I'm going to spend the next few minutes breaking the WIIFM down into each of its component parts. I will speak to the what of that part, and importantly the why of using that particular component as part of your WIIFM, starting with identifying a need. In identifying a need, you are signaling to the buyer, the prospect or client, that I'm here to orient myself to your world, to what you're trying to accomplish. Obviously, the need is one that they have. It can be a specific need that you know they are trying to address, or it can be a need that is, broadly speaking, applicable to their business or the industry in which they are operating. The example I used is a need that when I used that particular WIIFM, I had knowledge that this was a need they organizationally were trying to address, the need to differentiate their salespeople in a commoditized world. The next step, having identified that need, is all right, that's the need. How do I, my solutions, my organizations, help people like you address those needs? This is a very concise, short presentation that uses language that speaks to the value you bring to this buyer, should they choose to engage you. So, for example, I used verbs that spoke to how I could help them enhance, how I could help them differentiate, engage, persuade. So you're using that kind of language that, again, is resonant with what they're trying to achieve. The third component is the metaphor. Using the metaphor is all about engaging their imagination. The value of that, the research has shown, is that we can leave a lasting impression if we can engage their imagination in that way. The metaphor that I used in the example is the metaphor of the piano teacher, piano tuner. And I use that because it resonates with the work that we do in terms of we engage people artistically, we use theater elements in the work that we do, teaching presence. So the piano metaphor or imagery just sort of fits with our orientation to the work. I hope you found it helpful to understand the what and the why of each of the component parts of the WIIFM. What I'd love you to do now is start playing with them, testing them, see what works for you, and more importantly, see what resonates with the prospects or buyers at your meetings. Over time, you can build a repertoire, and then from that repertoire, make choices dependent on the audience you have in front of you around what WIIFM you feel will work best.